Hello, this is Scott Biceno on Hexus TV at Computex 2008. I'm talking to Paul McGuire, the Vice President Worldwide Sales at Corsair. Now, Paul, you're just going to give us a insight into a brand new product that you've got, and it's called the Voyager Mini. Is that correct?
That's correct. It's taken off from a product that we've been very successful in recent years with called the Flash Voyager. It's a slightly larger product, and the Flash Voyager Mini is a much reduced version of that.
Okay, so
you can see it there.
that's the size.
Easily fitted on the key ring.
In-out action.
There you go.
And durable with the rubber.
Exactly. So it offers the same rubberized tactile feel that we've had with the Voyager, which has been a great success for us. And so what we did, we just had a demand, is we feel there's a part of that market that want miniaturization and smaller size.
Yep.
And this is a simple device that offers that.
Well, the keyring side of it's always handy.
Exactly.
As well.
Something that doesn't make your pocket too bulged out. So.
Yeah.
It's very simple and highly ruggedized. A lot of the same feature set that we've offered in the past. It's just in a much smaller, as we call the mini size versus the large size.
And how long's the Voyager original been in the market?
We've had it in the market for probably 4 going on 5 years now. So
that's what I'm curious. What I'm leading up to is, it presumably can't be as simple as it seems to produce this much smaller version. What's been
right? So it's a bit of a technology shift. I mean, within the standard Voyager, you got standard flash memory chips in standard packaging. When you get down to a product like this, it's you require a different technique for attaching the flash memory, which is called chip on board. And so you can see that basically all you have is a single board. There is no other packaging around the flash memory. So the flash memory, the controller are all just attached directly onto the mini PCB board that's in there.
Yeah. So
that technology is more recent. The ability to certainly produce it in high volume is a more recent advancement and something that we've been looking at for a little while. One of our concerns was making sure that it had all the same reliability and ruggedness, and we have tested this to the extent that we have other Voyagers.
I'm now lobbing out the hotel window.
Exactly.
There we are. That looks fine to me.
So this will have some limitations on capacities. So this is really tailored towards the lower end, being the 4 and 8 gigabyte capacities.
That's lower end, is it?
That's the lower end.
How times have moved.
So on the higher end, but the standard Voyager, that goes up to 16 and 32 gigabytes. Now, when we talk about 32 gigabytes, we're talking about solid-state drives that are 32 gigabytes. So 2.5-inch solid-state drive versus a small little Voyager. It's amazing how you can.
Are you seeing, if you don't want to commit to a precise figure, that's fine, but are you seeing a sort of rate of, let's say, doubling of storage capacity for a certain price? How sort of frequently that's happening? What
we've seen is basically as a dollar amount, right? When products like the USB device or pen drives, as they're sometimes called, when they get below $100 or about £50, that's when we see it really start taking off. The acceleration pace, people feel like they can depart with £50 pretty easily, as long as they're getting something of value. And that's where 32 gigabytes are at today. When you can start getting 32 gigs for that type of price range.
And how long ago did 16 gigs cost that much?
Probably less than 6 months ago. So the acceleration.
So it's a real ballpark figure. We were looking at about
every
twice
6
a
months.
year.
Yeah. So we'll, and we'll see the 64 gigs coming out in less than 6 months.
Wow. So there's no sign of this curve sort of topping out at all?
No, because if you look at the market, I mean, the big market these days for flash is going to be actually hard drive replacement, or at least that direction where that certain percentage of notebooks will be solid state driven, and that's going to drive huge capacities well beyond the 64 gigs. But again, it's a price point that you're trying to meet. You can't start having $3,000 solid state drives going into a notebook that you're trying to hit $1,000 point. So it's got to hit the right price point for that to truly take off. But that's beginning to happen, and we've already seen the big OEMs offering solid state versions. This is just going to be a much smaller version.
And talking about price points, are you in a position to give us any guidance on pricing?
Because of the technology that goes into this, it's a little more expensive by a couple of dollars than a standard Flash Voyager. So really not much of a difference between our standard stuff.
But definitely still in impulse purchase territory.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is something that you'll see at the cash registers.
Definitely.
Grab one on the way out.
That's very grabbable.
Yes. Unfortunately, memory's getting to a price where a pack of cigarettes is nearly as much,
And it's not so bad for you.
Yes, exactly.
Depending on
far
what you load
healthier,
on it, I guess.
Last longer, and all that good stuff.
Okay, and before we finish, is there anything else we need to know about this?
No, we're just excited about it. We've actually seen and pulsed people at the show here. We've talked to a lot of our distributors, a lot of the dealers, and we've just upped our demand. We've actually tripled the volume that we were expecting over the first couple of months.
Really?
So a lot more excitement than we initially anticipated for this. and so we're pretty excited about it.
Brilliant.
Very pleased.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for that. Okay, this has been Scott Baceno at Computex 2008, talking to Paul McGuire, VP of Worldwide Sales at Corsair.
Hi, I'm Paul McGuire. I'm Vice President of Worldwide Sales for Corsair, and you're watching Hexus TV.
Would it be fair to assume that you'll be introducing a Survivor Mini into the series?
That's going to be more difficult just because of the aluminum casing, but it certainly could be shortened. We just don't know if we could offer it. You know, the additional cost of everything involved there is more applicable to higher capacities, and so we'll probably look at it. I'm not sure we have a plan right now to go too much shorter than where it is right now.
Different market segment, I'd imagine.
Different market segment primarily.
You're not going to have those sitting by the cash register in the
No,
supermarket.
and you know we're already talking about, you know, primarily it's in the 8, 16s, and 32s, so it's already moving up the ladder, while the Voyagers seem to pick up on the lower end of the market.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.